inhabitants of country throughout its league area. We pay our respects to all First Nations people and acknowledge elders past, present and emerging. Welcome to Before the Game, brought to you by the Professionals, Murray Bridge.
Welcome to Before the Game. It's round 10 of the Swamport Hotel Armorville season. I'm Matt Hood. Coming to you today live from the Field of Dreams, home of the Mypolonga Football Club. Before the Game is brought to you by the Professionals Murray Bridge. We'd also like to acknowledge our major sponsor, the Swamport Hotel. And I'd like to welcome, and I just found out, 6-time Premiership player Alex Button, and also 4 times Mypolonga Premiership player Mark Steiner. Welcome, guys.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you.
What's been going on in your week, first of all, Steiny? What have you been up to?
Well, not a lot.
Well, hang on, you
started
a bit
new
going.
job with a really, really good boss. He's just such a wonderful person.
He is super nice,
so well.
Yeah.
So,
who was that?
Bloke by the name of Matt Hood. So, So I started working there. My wife Catherine's just been in hospital to have a little operation, so he picked her up this morning. So if she's watching, hello Catherine. So
You've had a big week.
I've had a big week, mate.
How did you go actually after being your own boss for how many years?
40.
40?
Yep.
So all of a sudden, rocking up and having to work for someone else. You would have enjoyed that.
I did enjoy it. You had a good day out. Yeah, all jokes aside, it was a good day out. So.
That's good. Yeah. So just going to do a couple of days a week, aren't you?
Just to get me out of the house, get me out of trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. But what have you been doing?
Not a lot, mate, but first before we started, just one of those mornings this morning where little Abby was a bit, I don't want you going.
Oh, you've got an Abby, have you?
Yeah.
Me
So,
too.
quick shout out to Abby. Hi, Abby. She said she'd watch today.
She didn't want you to go?
Nah.
How old's Abby?
She's 5.
5?
Yeah.
That's nice.
So, cruising through her first year of school and absolutely loving it. So, this week, not a lot, mate. 4th week into this 8-week challenge I'm doing at the moment, so that's all going well.
Yep.
Haven't eaten any proper
Are you
food.
trying to drop just a few kgs? Is that the plan?
A lot.
Yep. Right. How you going with that?
No, going well.
Good.
Going well. So, but apart from that, mate, just looking forward to getting out here again on a Saturday.
So watching Jimmy devour a big thing of chips and gravy, doing it for you.
Just in the background there, Jimmy's doing what he does best. Now, we should have a look at who won the awards last week, Mark.
Yeah, so first of all, obviously the Imps Mypo game that we covered. Farm Fresh Market Player of the Day, Jordan Hine, fantastic game. We had 40 touches. I mean, he's probably been Mypo's best player, apart from the 2 games he missed with injury. Dutton's goal of the day, Pat Davies, stuck it on his boot or his backside or something.
Goal of the year, I reckon.
Goal of the year from that other side pocket there on the netball side.
And exactly where Jack Penfold kicked his as well.
It was, pretty much a similar sort of kick. So,
not that deep, that pocket.
Hughes Bakery Mark of the Day, Aidan Morrell from Imperials, big strong contested mark. Elders Rising Star, Taj Rowe in his first ever game of A-grade footy, so Justin Rose lad, and
I
also
think special mention that last effort in the last quarter. Smother and a jump on. He was outstanding.
Very good.
He did really well. So and Mum's Sam, who's so he actually got to play against his cousin Will Crone, so it was a good day out as well.
Yep.
Murray Sales Defender of the Day, Riley Robinson, Mypo, very strong, very good player. And the Anytime Fitness Incentive Award, Louis Demichel, who really battled hard in the ruck as he always does every week. So thank you to all our sponsors. So.
Thank you very much, and we'd also just like to acknowledge the Murray Valley Standard, who sponsor the match day stats. So through our main A-grade game today, you'll see the stats, so that's thanks to the Murray Valley Standard. We should now have a look at the leading goal kicker, please, Butsy.
And leading the goal kicking, a man, or 2 leading goal kickers, a man that we had an interview with today.
Yeah.
So I got Josh Scott from Jervois on 31, Rory Taggart from Mypo with 23, then you got Jaden Ward Salem 22, Daniel Menzel 19, and Albie Dunstan 18, both from the Cats, and then Shane Pake, who hopefully will be back on the park soon from the Storm with 17.
Lovely work, thank you. We'll have a look now at the Dace Irrigation and Fodder Player of the Year. These were the round 9 votes from last week. The first game was the Coorong Cats versus Southern Mallee. 3 votes Alex Stitterford, 2 votes Tom Keogh, 1 vote Rory Lehman. Manham v Jervois, 3 votes to Josh Scott, 2 to Chad Bulderson, 1 to Levi Krause. Imperials v Mypolonga, 3 votes to Jordan Hine, 2 votes to Riley Robinson and 1 to Mitch Leonard. In the Ramblers v Mallee Districts, 3 votes to Kai Roberts, 2 votes to Keenan Harradine and 1 vote to Tom Jones. So the leaders, we have Will Crane and Rory O'Driscoll on 10, Jordan Hine on 9, Alex Stitterford on 8 and Tate Silver-Lock on 7. Moving on, we will now have a look at the Chemist King Club of the Year. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, so thank you again to Chemist King for sponsoring this. So out on top's Imperials, who I think won this award 1 year, I think, in its inception. The Suns on 48, which I was only thinking during the week, the fact that one of the reasons, or part of the reasons these clubs came in was struggling with junior numbers and getting players on the park. So for the Suns to be sitting second as an overall club, I think that's
magnificent.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
Jervois 41, Tailem and Maipo and Cats all on 40. Manham 35, Ramblers 23 and the Mallee Districts rounding it up with 11. So again, thanks to Chemist King for that sponsorship. So,
Fantastic. Now we'll have a look at the Swamport Hotel League ladder. Butsy, who's on top?
The Cats still out in front on 16. Hoodie's barely keeping a lid on at the moment, but it is still on. Just Maipo with a big win over Imps last week, 12. Imps 10, the Suns 10. And this is where it gets interesting. Manham on 8. Jervois on 6, a big win for Jervois last week and another big game for them today. Ramblers, the Chooks got it done against the Districts to go a game ahead of them on 4, Mallee Districts 2 and Tail and Ben yet to register a win.
Lovely work, thank you, Butsy. Yes, keeping a lid on things down at down the Coorong. Now you had a bit of a chat. We got the Maipo captain, Toddy Howson, the King.
Yep.
And one of their gun players in Rory Taggart.
Yep, absolutely. Both gave up their time, very grateful and very interesting, very easy to talk to and you'll learn a lot about them, both of them.
Well, let's have a little listen to what you guys had to say.
Rory, thanks for joining me, guys, and giving up your time as well. Big game today. Obviously, in the state of the season, it's getting pretty close in that top 5, so for you guys especially, a big game and one you probably need to win heading into the back end of the year.
For sure. Yeah, I think there's probably top 6 or 7 teams that can win it this year, as you touched on, and depending what happens over the next month, 6 weeks, really going to shape up finals. For us, we probably want to push for that top 3 position. Just gives us a little bit of room and work on that consistency over the back half of the year. We're showing glimpses of our best footy, but hopefully our best is yet to come.
Yeah, and we were there last week and saw last week, and obviously a really big win against Imps. I thought you did a really good job. It looked like you were trying to get your half forwards up nice and high and then try and get them out the back. And Rory, you were probably one out a fair bit down there. Is that sort of similar to what you'll be looking to do today, you think? Or?
Yeah, obviously we tried to do probably similar round 1 to Jervois and didn't quite work as much. They seemed to zone off pretty well. And yeah, we're still tinkering a lot. It's probably more focus on last week was a bit more releasing from our back line, with a lot of the midfields rotating forwards. We're still tinkering and roll game by game and who we're coming up against, but yeah, I was lucky enough to get on the end of a few, and yeah, it's just, but we've been lucky with Homshi out today, that hurts us, but he's been playing that role well, and Millsy now coming back, we've got and Hauser when he's been there, we've got a few that can, I guess, rotate into that position, so it's just, yeah, it was lucky enough for me last week, but yeah, hopefully works against Joe.
And the other thing that impressed me was probably spread from your mids, especially when you're bouncing off half back. They were able to get out on those long leads to the wing, and you were able to use them pretty well, weren't you? It was hard to defend, I thought. So is that something else you've been sort of working on too?
Yeah, I think Louis probably been heading up a few drills at training over the last sort of month or so that's worked exactly on that, and that transition and making sure that our mids are involved as much as they can be across the ground. Big on obviously players playing their role, and that's obviously key to our success is if we can get the ball in those good ball users' hands.
Yeah, beautiful. So like we said, big game today. Big ramifications coming in the back half of the year, and especially I hear that there's a few guys might be heading off overseas in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so yeah, we've got a couple, 3 of our probably better players. Going to be big outs for the back half of the year, but it's been very. Very impressed with a couple of our young ones that we've been blooding, and they've really come in and stood up, and their attack on the ball and just standing up to senior footy has been something that's been very impressive. So hopefully Stevie's trying to build just a bit of a soldier out, soldier in mentality. So hopefully, it's not too big to cover with those players out.
Yep, and it's the summer in Europe, I hear. So out of those guys going, who do you reckon is going to have the most posts on Instagram with the rig out? You reckon?
I reckon Probably Wilkes, but Pat's definitely a dark horse to be the most
Nah, I reckon
misbehaved.
Pat's he's been training pretty hard and his body's in pretty good nick. So he's got some fresh ink, so I reckon he'll be my red hot tip.
Yeah, beautiful. And Tags, obviously, a couple of years away from the club, went down to South East and played some pretty good footy down there. I guess what sort of brought you back to Maipo?
Maipo is just home for me. Being from Victoria, it's the first country club I've played for. It's the only club I've played in the grand final for. And then just with Ryan Lewis getting back involved, is who I come here with in 2019, and that was a big, strong drawing. And last year with the club just starting to click so well, it's been a fair bit of a turnover of players since I'd left, as Todd would know. He's seen a fair few players roll through, but it's an exciting group at the moment, and just a ripping bunch of boys to come back, and hopefully we can get a few things clicking a bit better, and I want nothing more than some success, hopefully. So,
and obviously you'd be confident as well. It doesn't matter where you guys sneak in the finals after last year's run too. You'd be able to work your way nice and deep, I would have thought. Or you'd be confident to do that, Toddy?
Yeah, I think that we showed that last year. As I said earlier, I think top 3 is always that bonus. It gives you that little bit of security should something not go your way on any particular day. But we've got full belief in the team, that soldier out, soldier in mentality, that whoever we put on the park on any given day will give it a red hot crack to get the W.
When you got to celebrate your 200th a couple of weeks ago,
I
mate?
did.
Pretty special, I hear, with the new one coming out there.
Yeah, little Maxie was there, which was great. He was a week old and got to celebrate it with us in the rooms. We bought him some headphones for the boat, actually, but he wore them and we sung the song and he was fine. So, a very special day for the club and for myself, and couldn't be prouder to do it with the boys that I've grown up with, and the team that we had on the park that day.
No, beautiful, mate. And the other one we've probably got to bring up, last week there was a nickname getting thrown around, Tags, at Chile. To throw in there?
Yeah, I'd hope you guys get some better special comments off some people who have had some impact on senior footy in this league. I got into him, don't worry about it. And he took a bit of a backward step, and he went into his shell a bit. But thanks for sticking up for me, hoodie. I really appreciate it.
No, beautiful. We'll keep that to a minimum today as well, mate, as much as we can. So now, just to finish off, guys, just got 10 quick questions for both of you. Sort of get to know your stuff. So we'll start. We've got Toddy and then Tags. Your age, Toddy?
31.
Tags?
31 today.
Oh, happy birthday, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll get someone to sing it for you. Middle names?
Robert.
Mitch.
Footy number?
10.
9.
Nickname?
Howzo.
Tags.
Not the king?
No, just you guys that do that, I think.
Best mate at the club?
Rookie, Jack Freestone.
Probably Ryan Lewis.
Yep. Steak or seafood?
Seafood?
Steak.
How do you like it cooked, mate? In what cut?
A bit. Whatever. I'm from the country, so any meat's alright.
Yeah, beautiful.
Not too much blood though.
Favourite TV show?
Prison Break. It's not a TV show, but a series.
Yeah, I was going to say a TV show.
Yeah, well, Hoodie wrote him up. He's a bit older. He
Yeah.
can't get the whole stream. I don't think.
Go home and away.
Beautiful. Who do you back for in the AFL?
The Bombers. Yeah.
I'd probably have to say Melbourne.
Jocks, boxers, or commando?
Well, depends on the time and place, but I'll go Boxers.
Got to be Jocks.
Yeah. Now, guys, single, married, or partner?
Married to lovely Emma.
Got a partner. Yeah. Samara Gemmell from Meningie.
Beautiful. And then, car you're driving at the moment?
Subaru Forester.
VF SV6 Commodore wagon.
Beautiful. No, all good, guys. So, thanks for giving up your time before the game. Really appreciate it. And best of luck, not only for today, for the rest of the year.
Thanks, Bussy.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Fun chat you had there with them, Butsy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good. Obviously, we were a little bit serious at the start, talking about footy and that.
Then they loosened up, didn't they?
Yeah, they do loosen up, and ultimately they're just blokes that enjoy playing footy as a hobby. So, lots of fun to be had, and it sounds like those boys that are going to go away are going to have a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And Storney, both good club Ben?
Yeah, exactly. Toddy, I had the pleasure of coaching him in junior grades, and he's been out here since, underage 10s or something like that, so he's been a Maipo boy through and through, and Tags, as you mentioned in the interview, come back here. I think it was his first flag at senior level when you come back to MyPo, and for especially the young kids out there, have a guy that's been on an AFL list and played the footy he has. He's a coach out there as well and around the club. So really a good guy to have around for sure.
Absolutely, for sure. Now it's time for the captain segment here. What did we learn last week? Steiny, what did you learn?
Oh, a few things. I'm not sure about learn, but I probably just reminded of just how bloody annoying Carlton supporters are. They're like blowflies at a picnic. They're in your face and you shoo them away and they won't go away.
Supporters.
Well, yeah, actually, what are you talking about? Yeah. They're up and about and they're annoying, and hopefully they crash soon and normal service will be resumed. But otherwise, not much learned. But again, I'm just looking forward to the second half of the season in River Murray.
It's
starting
building,
round
isn't
2.
it? You can feel it building.
Yeah, I mean, there's Cats obviously, but there's 6 sides. You could sort of throw a blanket over them. And then each week there's 1 or 2 games that are just so crucial and blockbusters as well. So with the new clubs coming in, as the guy Scotty was saying before, the competition is terrific and the league's great, and just looking forward to a great second half of the year. So.
Don't forget the Chooks there either. They're only a game behind Jervois. Nearly knocked Jervois off. Nearly knocked Manamon MyPo off.
So 7 teams then.
7 teams, I stand correct.
All right, now, Butsy, what did you learn?
Not a lot this week, to be honest. I've been so busy doing my challenge, but what I did learn is I'm probably going to put on about 5 kilos a week I finish. So I cannot wait to rip into all the food, couple of drinks. So I haven't had a drink for 4 weeks now.
Wow.
So
I thought you were looking good.
yeah, I'm trying.
Discipline is training yourself for success.
That's right.
All right, so you've got to stay disciplined once you finish this.
That's
All right?
it. So
Okay. And you also learnt that your little daughter Abby didn't want you to go today. And
yeah,
she loves you.
Yeah, well, that's always nice to
Yeah,
know as
it
well. Mrs. was like, hurry up and get out the door. But Dad was like, yeah, no worries.
Alrighty. Okay, now I'll tell you what I learned. Here at RMFL TV, when you're commentating, you've got to be very careful what you say, because our main man Chili Chandler happened to mention and had a couple of little digs at the Rolls Royce, Rory Taggart, called him girthy. So my inside information is next time MyPo pay Talon Bend, Mr. Chandler might have watch out, I reckon.
Yeah,
so,
it was brought up in that interview. Tags might have had a word to Chili this week, and
yeah, so that's what I learnt. Be careful what you say and who you say it to.
Hopefully you can run fast.
For a quarter, Chili can run fast. I've seen that the other week. After quarter time, no, he can't. All right. I'd like to mention our great sponsors, Professionals Murray Bridge. So thank you very much, Professionals, for sponsoring before the game. It is time now to have a look at the Facebook pages to see what's been going on in Clubland. So over to you. Let's kick it off, Butsy.
yeah. So the Curon Cats, they've got their international night. That's next Saturday, the 29th. Tickets $25. So if you want to go around the world and not leave the footy club, get down there and have a bit of fun.
Over at Imps, congratulations to Kevin Davis on the acknowledgement by the Imperial Football Club on many years of volunteering, and a great photo there with his family.
Yeah, well done, Kevy. Good man.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevy.
So, Jerboys, Saturday the 29th is the 1934, 64, 84 and 2004 Premiership reunion, and that's obviously going to be a very big day, so get out there if you were part of those successful years.
And then the Mallee District Storm, Save the Date junior presentations, Sunday the 22nd of September, and seniors Friday the 27th of September.
Out at Manham, save the date also for the Ruse Ball, which is Saturday the 6th of July.
And out at MyPo, Tigerland, good promotion from MyPo on what's happening today, and as all the clubs do, put the information out there, and so well done to everyone that looks after their Facebook page.
Now the Chook House, they've got a big day today against the Cats, the Netball Sponsors Day, and also Premiership reunions, of course. I think there's a whole lot of, there's up to like 7 just about I saw.
That's why I didn't name it, there was a heap.
Yeah, so lots of fun there at the Chook House.
So with the Southern Mallee Suns, have sold out of their Suns player cards, but they told us don't panic, there's more on order with 52 to collect, so not sure which would be the highest selling one, you reckon?
Oh, I'm not too sure, but I know that Baz Barrett bought the whole entire collection, so...
Of his lad, or...?
Oh, I'm not sure. The Prince, I don't know. The Prince hasn't been paying much, but so there you go. And Talon Ben on the front foot, Chile out there has saved the date for this year's senior football and netball presentation, Saturday, October the 19th. So that's what's happening around the clubs. We should have a quick update on the score here in the B grade. I reckon we're in the second quarter out there.
Yeah, quarter two.
Yeah, quarter two. So it's Mike Longer 2 straight goals to Jervois, 4 points. It is quarter two, yes. Good, because it says on the scoreboard quarter two. Yeah. So good stuff. Now, I had a chat with Jervois captain Co-captain Josh Scott. Now, Tommy Klusky wasn't available. He was doing other media commitments, so he wasn't with us this morning. But had a good chat with Scott. Let's have a listen to what he had to say. Scott, thanks for your time on match day.
No worries, thanks for having me.
Beautiful day here for footy. And
Cracker so far.
absolutely. Now, just want to talk about new daughter,
Yeah.
Avey.
Avey,
How's
yeah.
that going? How's that changed you?
I'd like to say it's matured me a little bit, but I can't be certain on that. But no, I'm loving it, absolutely loving it.
And you're a big softie, of course.
Yeah, we'll go with that. But, no, it has softened me up a little bit, but no, enjoying it, like absolutely loving it. You get excited to get home, see her.
It gives you something to want to go home to. You know,
Oh,
you've got
I had
a lovely
Lily.
wife, but-
She'll kill me if I don't say that. So I already had Lily, which I was excited
Absolutely.
for. But
Yeah. This
no,
is the next level, isn't it?
exactly. No, she smiles when you walk in the door, and no matter. I'll be honest. I sort of thought halfway through that third we sort of had, and then we got a couple late. Mate, Maipo were all over it. So I don't think we got complacent. They just come ready. They had a good momentum through the finals.
They missed some opportunities which kept you in the game.
Oh, that you look back at it, and as much as I'd like to say we won it, I think they kind of shot themselves in the foot and missed a few crucial ones. It just left the door ajar a little bit, and we managed to kick our goals. And a couple of young fellas for our team turned it on in the last quarter, which got the momentum back on us.
Would have been a pretty good feeling, coming from so far down. You were 24 points down at half time.
Absolutely, I'd like to say that was the best feeling I've been lucky playing a few grannies the last few years, but that was by far the best, I reckon, just because doesn't sound good, but I did think we were sort of done in that third quarter. They playing well, that was unbelievable.
For sure. 2024, bit of a different story. Things have been a lot more challenging for the Jervis Football Club. But what about pre-season? Did that all start well for you?
Mate, we had a ripper pre-season, and honestly, you see your younger players develop, and you think, you don't know, the league's improving, so you know it's going to be tougher.
Yep.
Us older boys get a bit older, so it's going to be tougher. But then, just to come against the league's improved so much.
Oh,
so
huge, isn't it? Yeah.
If you start a bit slow in a few games, it makes it tough. You got teams like Rory's just being a bit of a tool. You got teams like Coorong and Maipo who've kept improving, but then a few crucial injuries to us sort of hurts us, but gives good opportunities to guys that haven't had it, and they're doing their bit. So hopefully we can keep winning a few and be right up there come the end of the year.
What players taking their game to the next level? Well, who's the standout player in this side at the moment?
By a country mile is Chaz. So
Chaz Balderson?
I was going to say I don't know how to say his last name yet. Balderson. So mate, this kid is unreal. Like he
17-year-old.
17-year-old. I honestly, for the life of me, can't figure out how he's not playing down in town. This kid's going up against players that have played high level and just going toe to toe, if not beating them.
Yeah.
And it's so good to watch. And last week, mate, without him, we would have been a bit of strife in the guts there. He's just taking his game to the next level, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So. For Jervoy's sake, he'll be disappointed. I don't think he'll be around too long, but for his sake, I really hope he gets a chance to go downtown and
absolutely
get a crack.
I'm definitely looking forward to watching him play today.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. JK during the week it really talked him up, and so
Yeah.
we'll see if he can do it on the big stage
No,
today.
absolutely. And he's the nicest kid you'll come across too, which makes it even better.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely. Tell us about your coach. Where you at with your coach?
Tate?
Yeah.
So he's just his second kid, so he's got a bit on his plate, but he's
How's he keeping things fresh for you? He's been around the place for a while now, which has been great for your club. Don't get me wrong. How's he keeping things fresh for you?
He's good. He's still learning as a coach as well, but he's each year I feel like he's definitely getting better as a coach. You just see small things, the way he talks to the group. He's got a really good player-coach relationship where he knows how each player likes and is going to
How they respond?
how they respond to each. So I think he's learning with that as well, and I think he's got good people around him to be able to trust that because he's such a good player, can sort of get him doing his thing on field, knowing you got trust in the people off field to help him still coach. He's
a very good coach.
He's massive.
Well, he's got the runs on the boards now, hasn't
absolutely,
he? So,
absolutely, and it wouldn't be what we've done the last few years without him.
So every week's almost a final for Jervois right at the
Absolutely.
moment.
Yep.
What do you, and I haven't written you off by any means.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think you're going to win today. What are you going to do in this back half this year? What are you going to do to get yourself up to be a premiership contender?
Just get back to taking the game on. I think we sort of, with a few injuries to our, we've probably had 5 or 6 really consistent A graders go out, which has then brought a few young fellas in, which is good. They haven't looked out of sorts. It's just we just need to get back to taking the game on. We got a bit complacent, just trying to control the ball, but now we know we at our best. We're trying to take the game on, get it forwards, fast flowing, and high scoring team. So we need to get back to that, but just like you said, just play each week like a final. Hopefully get the wins. But yeah, just take each week as it comes, which is the old cliche. But you got such good teams in this comp now that you can't slip for a small second.
No, you can't. No,
So,
absolutely.
which is so good for the league.
Yeah. What are we going to see for you? Is there any chance we could get a mark of the year out of you? You know, like.
Oh well, now
Come
I know it's streamed. I'm gonna have to try.
Absolutely,
aren't
and
I?
hey, we've got no excuses, conditions, so you're going to have a crack to get up there for you
Absolutely.
today.
And I'm feeling good, so I've been
Alright.
flying for a few lately.
Right, well,
So-
it's on the camera today.
Yeah,
so
no, definitely not. Yeah.
All right.
I'll give a good crack, but if I give away a free, then I'll
Yeah.
put it on you guys.
yeah,
alright?
you throw it right back at me. You just
Sounds
point at me,
good.
all right?
Yeah,
All right.
sounds good.
We've had the 10 question before, but it's time for a refresher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Age?
Just turned 30.
Young fella.
Yeah.
Middle name?
Luke,
Middle name? Sorry, number? Footy number?
15.
Nickname?
Just Scotter.
Just Scotto.
plain and simple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got to keep it simple, son.
Yeah.
Best mate at the club?
Got a few. It's a really good group. We've got Tommy Klasky. I've had LT, Lockie Thomas now.
Yeah.
He's coming out of the club.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably Tate, to be honest.
Tate.
Yeah.
Good fella. And steak or seafood?
Steak.
Steak.
Yeah.
Favourite TV show?
I don't really watch much TV. Just a bit
That's
of
because you're working all the time.
Yeah, that's the thing.
your...
The time I get home to put TV on is the bloody online shopping on bloody.
Because for people who don't know,
I'm a
you
big
work all
fan
through the
of
night, don't you?
Big 2.5 Men.
Yeah, I do.
Going
I watch
through
that.
that again at the moment.
Yeah, I'm right with you.
Yeah.
Good you back from the AFL?
Essendon.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
it. Go to the
Had a
Bombers.
good start, but going nowhere
Now,
now.
new one for you. This is a new question.
Yep.
Jocks, boxers, or commando?
I just let it hang.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
no,
knew that.
no,
I was going to say that.
Nah.
I thought you would be the
I'm-
commando man.
I'm jocks during the week, and then no jocks with skins during footy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And single married partner, we know very much
Yeah.
as the lovely Lily.
Married to the Lily, yeah.
Yeah, lovely Lily. What sort of car you drive?
I'm just rolling around in the work van. So we got high ace van, but Lily's got a little Mazda 3, which is we're trying to sort of upgrade, get a family car
Well,
now. But
Yeah, if another one comes along,
Yeah.
well, you're going to have to get bigger,
yeah,
aren't you?
Lily keeps pushing it, so that's why I'm working so many hours to try and cover that. Yeah.
Absolutely. You do work very hard. So,
Yeah, but-
mate, all the best for today. We appreciate your time on game day.
Yep.
And I think you might get a win today.
Hopefully. Nah, thanks for having me.
All right. Good on you,
Cheers.
Scott.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
mate. So again, thanks to Josh Scott on game day. I could chat to Scott all day about footy. He's a great bloke and just loves playing, and that's what we want. So,
Yeah, ripping bloke and good enough to bring Avi over for a little
Yeah.
introduction after as
Yeah.
well. So no,
Yeah.
all the best to him, mate. He's a ripper.
good stuff. So, and we should also send a cheerio to the captain wherever where's the captain? Does anyone know? Griffo, where's the captain?
Someone.
Exmouth, rightio. So he's not far. Round 14, he's back. We'll have to bring him back through the twos, surely, won't we?
Yeah, I reckon.
Absolutely. So, I hope he's enjoying his holiday, Captain, and lovely Joe. Now, let's talk about this week's games. Round 10. We're going to kick off first with the Tullaben v Mannum game. Butsy, your thoughts? Are they going to get Tullaben going to get their first win?
Not this week.
No. All right. Who's going to win and why?
Look, you just got to go with Mannum. Even the 2 weeks, was it 2 weeks ago? Well, last week, sorry, when they played against Jervois, I think scoring shots looked they were pretty even.
Yeah.
And speaking to a couple of the Jervois guys, Mannum were very good in the first half, and Jervois got them, especially I think it was the last quarter, ran over the top of them. So, Mannum, when they bring their best, they're hard to beat. We know they're really good defensively. Taylor Bend, I think they've lost Coakley.
Yeah.
So he's gone back to Adelaide. So that's a huge out. I just don't see that they've got the depth around the ground and the firepower up forward to kick enough goals to win. So I'm going Manham by 5-6 goals.
Thoughts, Mark?
Yeah, similar to what Butsy said, we talked about Jervois's big final, if you like, last week, and I think probably similar to Manham this week. If Tigers win out today, Manham win, they get a two-game buffer, and also I think Manham's percentage is probably the worst out of all those teams in that group. I think they're under 50, so opportunity, and I think Quinny probably would have been disappointed in what they put out, I reckon, last week. I did talk to someone as well who said that Manham had a kick straight. Things might have been slightly different, but Tyler Bennett said some good players out there. Jaden Ward, good young talent.
Muscles.
Played against his old man, who was a big man and a
I
frightening man.
I played with him, and I was still scared of him.
Yeah, and Jaden's similar casting. So, but big Tom Micken, there's good players around there. Just struggling a little bit in that bottom end, perhaps. So out at Tullabeen, they play well out there, but I think Manham's, as Butsy said, their best is quite good. And I think they're at a point now, if they want to play finals, these are games they've got to win and to get that percentage up, win by 10 goals.
Yeah, sure. I think Manham will win, and Manham have been good at times and they've been bad at times, but I think if they can just start to get their act together, they'll do all right. And I just don't think Tullabeen are playing a lot of kids. They've got to get some games under their belt. So based on that, I'm going to go with Manham today. Next game, it's a big game too. Johnston Park, Imperials v the Suns. What's going to happen there, Butsy?
Jeez, you talk about Manham being hot and cold. What about Imps?
Yeah.
They rock up one week and then the next week, like we saw last week, they were good for a couple of patches. There was nearly enough, but
Didn't quite get there, did they?
you just can't trust them at the moment.
No.
You cannot trust them. The Suns, you can trust them.
Yeah.
I think that's the big difference at the moment.
Yeah.
We saw them out at Taylor a little while ago. They were starting to look really strong. I'm really impressed with Moroney. His work rate's exceptional.
Yeah.
And they've got more goal kickers across the ground for mine as well. The Suns, more avenues to goal. Imps, you look at the leading goal scorers, and it's Crane, Penfold, and who's the other one? One in the middle.
And you've got...
It's all midfielders.
yeah.
There's no forwards that are standing up and kicking goals for them. So
Aidenrill's got a few, but yeah.
yeah, he had 5 in the first week, and
But
then
then
hasn't
no
really
goals.
hit the scoreboard since. So for mine, I think the Suns get the job done today. They're starting to really get it together. They've got too much depth across the ground. Imps rely too much on their top end.
Yeah.
So unless their top end are absolutely right on, I just trust the Suns more. So the Suns, I think it'll be 3 or 4 goals.
3 or 4, no problems. Mark?
Yeah, well, I'm probably similar. Even though it's at Johnston Park, I still think the Suns will win. And I reckon probably last week against the Cats, you guys would have been it too, where when you play a game and you come off and you think all I want to do is go out there again and do that again, because there's just perhaps little things that we could have done differently or done better.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure the Suns would have come off the game last week at Canalpin just thinking that. They want to have another go at them. We can do this sort of thing. So, and Imps, as I said, battled hard last week, and hopefully they can get a few more troops back in. So someone like Clint Dement comes back in, another big body, going to help Will Crane out. He's not trying to do the whole thing himself. Michelin was good outside with his left foot. Aidan Morrell did lead up as pretty well across centre forward, but probably similar to what Butsy was saying. I think the Suns right across the board. Moroney, seen him a few times, covers the ground for a bloke of his size. His work rate is incredible, and I think the beauty of him is you can play him centre forward, chuck him on ball, you can play him anywhere for a bloke his size. And Rory O'Driscoll's quality, he's doing really well again. But Tom Keogh, you go through the whole side. Shiloh Davenant and Louis Dumichel will be a big battle, I reckon, if that happens in the middle. But I think the Suns, even at Johnston Park, I think they're a top 2 side, and they'll win maybe 4 or 5 goals.
Okay, I'm going with the Suns too. I just think they were really undermanned early on. They've got all their good players back in now. They're really gelling. Imps are just hot and cold. Look, I really love Aidan Morrell as a forward. He's just got to become a bit more consistent, and they've got to probably look at going through him a little bit more too. So I think I'd like to see him just clear a little bit of space in front of him, make him the target, and when there's a contest, I'd just like to see him go out there and say, this is mine, I'm going to get it, and just go hard at that ball in the air.
If he's not going to mark it, don't be outmarked.
Yeah, that's right.
And when you're saying that too, speed on the ball is key for Imps.
Yep.
They got slowed up a lot last week against Maipo, and they had to kick long down the line, and that's not really Aiden's
Robertson
goal.
just ate it up.
And that's not Aiden's goal either. If
that's
they
right.
get speed on the ball, he leads well and gets into good spots, and that's where he'll come into it.
Absolutely. I'm going with the Suns. I think probably 3 goals to the Suns. The next cat at the Chookland, Ramblers v the Coorong Cats.
Chook's in an upset. No, look,
You are hungry, aren't you?
Look, Coorong are just far too good.
Yep.
I mean, obviously Ramblers had a really good win last week.
They'll come with some confidence.
Yeah, they'll be up and about. Roberts starting, I think, to just get the feel for the speed of the game coming back from the SANFL. It's funny, those guys that do come back down, it does take them a couple of games to adjust just to how it's played.
Yeah.
Need to run different positions and get to different spots. But then Coorong, they haven't put a foot wrong all year. I can't see this being close. 8 goals to the Cats. Ramblers will see where they are roundabouts. But, geez, the Cats are good. I'm really impressed with them.
Yeah, and we'll be looking at them, I think, next week. I think it's the Cats v Tallumbin in the Indigenous round. So, Mark, your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, Ramblers, I like what they're doing. Mark Thurston know him quite well, and he brought on Matt Lindner, a seasoned, experienced coach, so that's going to help as well. Got some good kids there they're getting games into, but to me, they just seem to be this 2.5 quarter type of a side, and unfortunately, they tend to, when they tire a bit, they get blown away, and they come up against the best in the business, the benchmark. And conversely, what I said with the Suns, probably wanting to get out straight away and have another go at the Cats. I think, the Cats may have come away, apart from that first quarter, and they jumped the Suns. Pretty much after that, everything was level. The amount of scoring shots, the goals kicked, pretty much level. So they would have come away and think, well, geez, we've got to be on. We can't afford to drop off at all. Otherwise, they're going to catch us. But today, Ramblers will try hard for a half, perhaps. Beautiful sunny day. I think the big-bodied Cats, they'll get going. And unfortunately, you don't like saying this, but I think if Ramblers can minimise it to a 10-goal loss, I think, that's probably going to be a good outcome.
Yeah, I think the Cats are going to be way too good. We haven't seen the best of Menzel yet, so I think he's yet to hit his straps. I think we're going to see probably a 15-goal win to the Cats
it's
today.
Unfortunate, but that's where it is. So,
that's where they're at, so I'm going with the Cats. Now, the big game here at the Field of Dreams, Maipo v Jervois. Butsy, who's going to win?
She's 50-50.
That's what we hear.
Yeah, very 50-50. She's going to be a ripper. When I was speaking to Rory and Todd in the interview before, we spoke about last week. I thought Maipo were really good. They got their half forwards up really high, and then they were able to bounce off half back really well and get the ball inside 50 to one-on-ones, and Taggart was normally that one out inside their forward 50. If they can do that again today, they're going to be very hard to stop. But Jervois, we know what they're about. They're about pressure. They're about keeping it in tight and making it a real contest.
Yep.
So for me, if Jervois can play that way for 4 quarters, I think Jervois just get it done.
Yep.
And I back them in because there's so much on the line for Jervois today.
Yep.
They dropped this we spoke about with the ladder.
Yep.
It becomes really hard for them to make the 5.
Yep.
And even with Maipo, with 3 guys going away for a few weeks, this is a big game for them too, to give themselves a bit of breathing space. But I think Jervois might have just woken up a little bit, just where they are on the ladder, and things are starting to get a bit serious. So I expect it to be tight and tough, and them to get it done by maybe 2 goals.
Yeah, last week I was actually had the chance just to sort of sit and watch the game, the Imps Maipo game, and I like the fact that Maipo, probably one of the real 4-quarter games they played, I reckon, this year, where their offence was real good, but then a few times the Imps did come at them. They did probably what I haven't really seen that well before, where they just closed it down, got down and got dirty for a while and just stopped the game, got control back again and then attacked again. So I did like that aspect of it. Jordan Hine, we've mentioned before, he's a phenomenal footballer. Covers the ground, said 40 touches, but he's here, there, everywhere. What I like about him too, when he does deliver the ball, they're darts, like 30 metres, and they don't get much more than head high, so the ball travels quickly. He's been terrific, as you mentioned before. Taggart one out. If Maipo can get the ball out of the middle quickly, doesn't give the chance for that third man up. He's just too big and too strong, as we saw last week at Johnson Park. They've also got, if Taggart's not isolated, Stephen Mills is a very mobile guy there as well. Nick Homps is out, so they've lost that third part of that prong. But Robinson, as you mentioned before, he just reads the ball so well, so smart with the footy. Todd House and Corey Jones comes back in today, so a guy that's played league footy, so that's a big bonus. Jervois, Lockie Thomas coming back, great raps on him from the Adelaide Crows, had a couple of really good games there, so hopefully, as you mentioned, Butts, if he comes back and slots back in, which I'm pretty sure he will, knowing him, they sort of, a kid will just come back and play his footy. But yeah, I think Jervois, as mentioned, very contested, they'll hit in hard as they always do, so. But I just like the way Maipo went about it last week. It's the first time we've really seen them nut out a real 4-quarter performance, and they've got a tough month starting last week. They got the Suns up at Pinaroo and Cats coming up, so for them, like everybody, every game's vital at the moment. So I just think nice sunny day. If Maipo midfield can get on top, I think they'll win. Probably only a couple of guys.
Rightio.
And just quickly too, Hoodie, we spoke about, Hine
Yes.
went to half back instead of running through the middle last week and really set them up off half back, used it really well.
Yep.
And the other one I'm interested in is Robinson and Mills. I know
Yep.
Honch isn't at half forward, but in the grand final last year, what they did really well, especially for the first half, was they sort of tag team Scotter.
Yes.
Yep.
And one would keep Scotter grounded, the other one would come over and be third man up and take the intercept mark. So whether they go with a similar tactic today to try and keep him quiet.
Yeah.
Because apart from Scotter, there's not a lot of goal kickers for Jervois at the moment either.
Really only Zorantinello is the only other one.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, same with Taggart. If he's left one out, too big, too strong too.
I think
so.
that they'll pay some attention to Taggart today and really have someone close on him.
Yep.
So
But that all gets back to your midfield and your ball movement, speed of the ball movement.
Yeah.
Like any forward, as you would have known yourself, Butsy, if the ball comes in quick and you've got space to lead to where you want to, it's
Absolutely.
it's easy. So.
Don't be surprised if there's a bit of physical presence on Hine, I reckon, as well.
Oh, yeah.
today.
I think Jervois is going to come to play today. Thomas back in. Scotter needs to find some separation, and if he can do that, he'll get very, very dangerous. And I'm going to, in an upset, I think Jervois by a couple of points today. So
I think another guy, another Klusky, but the Jack variety, he loves this game.
of course he does. Yeah.
Loves playing, obviously, with the Klusky family connection, and he's actually his last couple of weeks has been good. He was sort of struggling a little bit. I think there's a little few niggles that he had, but I reckon his last 2 or 3 weeks, probably since the association game, he's got back to that explosive, quick best, and he's a guy in the middle. If he's got space to get forward of the ball, he's the bloke that's going to be sitting at for Taggart's advantage.
Absolutely.
So he's very vital. So.
All right, we need to keep moving. 3/4 time here in the B grade. Michael Longer 3-4 to Jervois 1-6.
Who've you got, Woody?
So rightio now. I'm going to give Jervois by 2 points.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And right now it's time for the award-winning Matt's quiz, and we're going to bring in the man that says he's smarter than the captain, Wayne Griffiths. Bring him in.
Griffo.
He said,
Is this to make up for we didn't give him a thank you a couple of weeks ago?
I think it was.
Forgotten.
And he's in. So
David,
can we have the
David
buzzers,
and Karen, the professionals. Don't think we mentioned them enough, Woody.
please? All right. Okay. Yep. No worries, thank you. I'll just put you on the board here, Griffo.
One.
Okay.
One.
Question number 1.
Who owns the professionals?
David and Karen.
We haven't tested the buzzers yet. Test your buzzers, please.
I'm in.
But
Steiny.
Good for it.
Rightio. Question number 1. Who has the bye today?
Steiny, the Mallee District Store.
Right, that is correct. 1, 2, mark to Steiny. Number 2. Question number 2. Jack Penfold wears what number?
Griff,
Yes.
10.
Yes, correct. Griffo's on the board.
Snelly was yelling that one.
He
on the
was.
screen.
Yep.
Thanks, Nelly.
Okay.
In my ear.
Question number 3. Who is second on the RFL leading goal kicker?
But
Yes.
Rory Taggart,
Yes, that is correct. How many goals he got?
23.
Yeah, well done. No extra point for that, so we've got 1 all. Who is Madam playing today?
But
Yes.
geez, I've just gone blank. They are playing against the side that they should beat in Taylor Bend.
Yes, that is correct. And please make sure
That's
you
a
hold
long
up
3
the.
seconds.
Yeah, there's a long 3 seconds.
You need to hold your buzzer up so that everyone can see the
It's only
professional's
3
name.
seconds of silence. If you keep talking, it's all right.
No, hang on, that was Butsy, that one. Butsy. Right. Dace Irrigation Fodder Player of the Year. Name any player that received 3 votes last week.
Steiny.
Yes, Steiny.
Jordan Hine from Maipo.
Yes, Jordan Hine got 1. Can you name any other players that got 3 votes?
I
Jordan
could.
Hine.
Yeah, we'll just do it.
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah, who else?
Um,
Who else got 3 votes?
him, that other fella.
Stidiford, Roberts and
Stidiford, there
Scott.
we go.
Rightio. Question number 6. Who won the AFL last night?
Griff.
Yes, Griffo?
Carlton.
Carlton it was,
Go
yes.
I picked Geelong.
So Griffo, another one.
Blowflies, that's what they want.
So we're 2 each. All got 2. Where are we? Okay.
You're a bit rattled, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I know. You're throwing out the question here. Okay. Name the 4 players who got interviewed today.
Butsy,
Yes, Butsy.
well, it was only 3.
3, sorry.
Toddy Howes and Rory Taggart.
That was a chance. Yeah, that was a chance, but you passed that.
Shout out to Tom Klusky, if
Yep.
you're watching. Get better, mate.
So Butsy, another one. 3. Okay. Chemist King Club of the Year. What club is second?
Steiny.
Yes.
That'd be the Southern Mallee Suns.
Yes. Do you know how many points they've got?
48.
Yes, that is correct.
Hey, no
well
extras
done.
For that, I would have thought.
Okay, so Butsy's on 3 marks on 3, Griffo's on 2. Okay, right. Who am I?
Matt Hood.
No.
Oh,
Is this a
you've got a
trick
good
question? All right, who am I? I was born on the 22nd of December 1945. I made my VFL debut in 1964 at the age of 18. I played for Victoria 8 times and played 300.
Lee Matthews?
No, incorrect. You're on the right path, but not Lee Matthews. Played 300 VFL games. After retirement, I was heavily involved in the media and was part of the Channel 9's footy show. I am Geelong legend, yes.
John Sammy Newman.
That is John Sammy Newman, correct. Butsy gets that one. So that makes it 4 to Butsy, Mark 3 Griffo. And we'll just do the tiebreaker question anyway, even though Butsy wins it. Who is the king and queen of the Mallee?
Steiny.
Yeah, Steiny.
Linton and Suze Barrett.
Yes, correct. Susie Barrett, king and queen of the Mallee. Yep, so Butsy, you win Matt Squids today.
Free car wash for that one, you beauty. Thank you.
For petrol.
Everyone likes these free car washes, don't they? Okay, now we just need to thank our production crew. So thanks to Mary Lou, Denise, Kale, Harry, Pat, Jimmy, Sophie and Griffo, Butsy and Steiny. Thank you very much. We'll be back, us three in the commentary box today. So we've brought in all the stars for today. So thanks for watching Before the Game, and we'll see you next week.